Dumela, Dumela, say how do you do? Dumela, Dumela, I'm fine, how are you? Wave right hand, say how do you do? Wave left hand, I'm fine, how are you? Right, I would like you to put your 6 fingers up, please, and let's do the 6 fat sausages. 6 fat sausages frying in a pan. One went pop and the other went bang. Left with 4, because we're taking away 2 at a time. 4 fat sausages frying in a pan. One went pop and the other went bang. 2 fat sausages frying in a pan. One went pop and the other went bang. Right, let's do the 7 little jellyfish. Come. 7 little jellyfish sitting on a rock. One looked up, whoosh, and plop, plop, plop. 6 little jellyfish sitting on a rock. One looked up, whoosh, and plop, plop, plop. 5 little jellyfish sitting on a rock. One looked up and plop, plop, plop. 4 little jellyfish sitting on a rock. One looked up, whoosh, and plop, plop, plop. 3 little jellyfish sitting on a rock. One looked up and whoosh, plop, plop, plop. 2 little jellyfish sitting on a rock. One looked up, whoosh, and plop, plop, plop. 1 little jellyfish sitting on a rock. He looked up, whoosh, and plop, plop, plop. Right, now the other day I was teaching you the words long, longer, and longest, and we measured. Remember, we used a ruler, and we measured with a tape measure, and we measured with ladders, and we measured Arabella, and we measured my other little caterpillars that she called egg boxes. So we did a lot of measuring. But all the things that we measured were lovely and straight. Okay, so we could use our tape measure, and I could pull it out, and I could measure, and I could say, okay, that's how long you are. So they were easy to measure. Or I could take my tape measure and say, right, now I know how long you are, my little caterpillar. So I could have done that. Right, and even with Arabella, it would have taken a couple of rulers or a couple of bits of tape measure, but I still could have measured her. Now today I want to show you something that's quite interesting as well. Okay, sometimes the things we measure are not straight. Okay, so Arabella lay flat and she was straight, and I was able to put the other caterpillar on top of her, so she was easy to measure. Sometimes things are not straight. Sometimes things are like this, right? And they're round and they're curved. But you know, we can still measure how long they are or how short they are. So I'm going to show you today how we do that. Right, so you're going to find in your book a snake all curled up like this, and you're going to do exactly what I've done with you this morning. You're going to measure it, you're going to color it, and then you're going to cut it. You're also going to find a snake like this in your book, okay, and that you don't have to work on too much with right now. But I know when you get to do it, you're going to do it beautifully, because I already gave you all stickers, because I know you know your patterning. Okay, so let's teach you how we're going to do this. So here is my snake, and he's round. Just by the way, if you see a round snake, you leave him alone. You don't measure him. Thank you very much. Right. Okay, how am I going to measure him? I think I'm going to take just a tiny bit of pre-stick to start off with. Okay. And I'm going to measure him now. And this time I have to use a piece of string because my string will bend. Okay, so I measure him, measure him, measure him, measure him. And remember, I'm measuring to see how long he would be. Okay, measure, going to measure, going to measure. Got to go right round here, got to go right up here, got to go right round here, got to go in here, and got to go around there. And that is how long he's going to be. Can even cut off this little bit at the end. Right. So if he was uncurled, that's how long. Wow, he's quite long. Goes higher than the... Right, he's quite a long snake, but he looks very short because he's curled up on the page. Right, so let's do the same with the other one. That's why I brought this other one to show you, because he's also not straight. Okay, so we're measuring something that's not straight now. We're measuring what we say, we're measuring on curved lines. Okay, now you're really getting clever. Okay, let's measure again. Put my string down right to the end of his nose, and we're going to measure. It's going to go round, 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 round. Then I have to go down, down, round, round, round. Oh, round, yeah. Was I not lucky? That piece of string was just kind of long enough. All right, so I can measure lines that are not straight. I can measure things that are curved and curly, but I can't measure with a tape measure, and I can't measure with a ruler. Right, so then I would have to use a piece of string. So let's see now how long this one is. Okay, can I put it over like this? Hang it down. Let's measure this one. Oopsie. See which one was the longest. Okay, I've got them at the top here. And you know what? I can't believe it. I can't believe. Look at this. What is it telling you? They're the same length. They're almost equal. Okay, now we're going to do an exciting thing. So that's how long they would be, okay, if we had to measure them. And that was interesting because I didn't know they were the same length. Now what you're going to do with your snake is you're going to color him and pattern him. I decided I wanted a big circle, small circle, big circle, so I was doing an alternate pattern with mine. Right, now we're going to cut the snake out. But it shows you, you're going to cut on these cutting lines here, okay? And I'm going to show you as well that we start cutting here on the outside. But if you have a look what I did as well, and that's what you must do first, is I could see the shape of my snake through my paper. And so at the back, I colored in as well. This piece of paper, this snake, I think you may have to tear out of your booklet. So don't worry about it. You can tear it out because you're going to cut it up anyway. And at the back, make sure that you've colored him in the shape that he is in. Okay, now I have to actually show you what I'm doing. Okay, and I'm going to start over here. Right, and I cut around, watch, first on the outside on the dark black line. Okay, so I'm cutting there on the outside on the dark black line. Okay, now we've got to cut on the line, not off the line, not round the line, not in the line. I'm cutting on the line. Why am I not looking at you now while I'm doing the video? Because I'm watching where I'm cutting, and I hope you're going to do the same. Watch carefully, please, very carefully now. Here comes the trick. Okay. So now, when I get to here, what I have to do, you see my little dotted lines that look like ants that have been running? Now, I cut here. Okay, so this big piece of paper can go. I'm cutting on these little lines, cutting, and I follow them very carefully, very carefully, very carefully, and round 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 and round, and I still keep going. I'm still going right until I get to the end, and I must stay on the line, stay on the line, stay on the line, stay on the line. Okay, when I get to there, I can stop. Okay. What have I got now? What have I got now? A beautiful, beautiful curly snake. Right, and now we can see truly how long he is. Let me just uncurl him. Okay, there he goes, there he goes, there he goes, there he goes. Okay, and I can uncurl him for you. And now we can see. Pull him down the bottom, whoops. Now I can see exactly how long he is. So he's a lot of fun to make. And now you can see why I did on the outside here. Okay, so that he's not only colored in on the back, he's colored in on the front. Okay, if I want to curl him up again, I can do that. There he goes. Can lift up the fronts as well. Can lift up his head if I want to, and he can be curled up like that. Okay, so that you're going to have a lot of fun with your curly curved snake. Okay, and you can pull your page out of the book. So I hope now you've learned, as I say, that we don't just measure lines that are straight. Sometimes we have to measure on curved lines. But if we do that, don't forget, you're going to need a piece of string to do your measuring. A ruler can't do because it's going to be straight. Tape measure won't do, but you can measure using your piece of string. And there, look at this, Arabella. Could you believe? Equal. I couldn't. I would have thought this snake was a bit longer than this one, but it's not. They're the same, what do we say? Same length. Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoy cutting out your snake and seeing how long he is. And the other snake too, you're going to color in another day. But worry about your curly one. And as I say, you find a curly snake in the garden, please don't measure him. He might not be friendly like the one in your book. See you soon.